So are you saying, though, that Cuomo co-opted Walden? Because I think Walden initially rolled this out.
Yeah.
So you're saying
And-
that he, what,
yeah.
twisted his arm? Like,
Now,
what happened there?
here, I'm going to give you a prediction. Watch Walden in the next couple of weeks, and you're going to see how this whole plan, this was all Cuomo's concoction. Trust me when I tell you. He said, you go out first, you raise it so it can seem independent, and then I'll come later and say, oh, I support that. This is a good idea. That's just how he does. Go do research on what he has done and all of the task force and panels that he has created over time. This is a typical Andrew Cuomo playbook. You send someone out, make the announcement independently, and then you come later and seem like you're the fairest person. If you're the fairest person, think about what he did. He knew that I already made it clear I was not going to be in the Democratic primary. I was going to be on the independent line. He knew that Madani was going to be on the Working's family line. So why did he all of a sudden say, now I'm going to join the independent petition? He knew the scenario. His desire was I'm going to force Eric out of the race. I'm the city mayor. And you would say to yourself, well, why would he do that? Look at his record. He did the same thing to Carl McCall. When Carl McCall wanted to be the first black governor, he got into the race on the liberal line, and Carl McCall lost. He did the same thing to Charlie King. Charlie King raised $5 million to become the first African-American AG. He got in the race and forced Charlie King out. He did the same thing to Governor Patterson. He worked behind the scene and sabotaged Governor Patterson's re-election campaign, and Governor Patterson left. He did the same thing to Keith Wright when he wanted to be the first African-American to be the speaker. He sabotaged his race. Andrew has a thing for African-American leaders, and he believes that he could just come in and bully them out. I keep telling people, I'm from Brownsville. Never run, never will. I'm going to win this race.
Mayor, you say you called on me, right? Okay. Didn't want to disrespect. Props for keeping the suit on,
All
sir.
good.
See, I'm not doing it.
I am burning up. I want one of those Shockers t-shirts.
So you say you're not backing off. Sliwa says he's not backing off. Cuomo, for now, seems to be doing some different things. Are you just, at the end of the day, worried you guys are just going to cancel each other out and Mr. Mamdani's going to win?
He should do the right thing for New York. It's not about him. He has lived a life where he felt it was always about him. It's not about him. It was not about him when he stepped down while being governor instead of standing up and facing the truth. It was not about him when he succumbed to passing bail reform that made our streets more dangerous, passing cannabis laws that opened illegal cannabis shops throughout the city that I had to fix. It wasn't about him when 15,000 family members and loved ones died in nursing homes because he didn't do the right thing. It wasn't about him when he removed the Advantage programs, which was housing subsidies, and we saw homelessness spikes up. It wasn't about him when he closed psychiatric beds, and now we see people on our street with severe psychiatric issues because the beds were closed. I can go through the list. This is a very important moment for New Yorkers. This has been a person in government who always thought it was about him and not about the people he was serving. He cannot do what he has done in the past. He has come up against a resilient, committed mayor that loves this city. And I'm going to get my message out. My message has not been properly reported, how I turned around this city, and I'm going to have an opportunity to do what he did for $25 million. I'm going to have an opportunity to campaign. I'm going to speak to New Yorkers, and people are going to see what I did about maternal morbidity and black and brown parents, what I did about public safety. Last 6 months has been the lowest number of shooters and homicides in the history of this city. We broke records on jobs. What we've done with NYCHA and foster care children and dyslexia screening, and just really improving the quality of life of the city. I'm going to get out now and I can finally campaign and tell people, direct-to-consumer communication, this is what your mayor has done. In spite of what I had to go through, because all New Yorkers are going through something. You know, everyone is going through something. And I'm going to show when people talk about affordability, I put $30 billion back into the pockets of New Yorkers, paying off medical debt, paying for the college tuition for foster care children, lowering the cost of child care, reducing no taxes for low-income New Yorkers, no income taxes for low-income New Yorkers. I'm not talking about affordability. I'm using my role as mayor to deliver for working class people. And people don't even know that. I got to now communicate that. They heard Cuomo's message. They heard it. He spent $25 million. He did weekend campaigning. He lost by double digits, 13 points. He lost by 13 points. The same polls that said he was up by 10 points. And we're now going to trust that same system to allow him to run. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. Come on. New Yorkers are not that dumb. I keep telling people New Yorkers have 5 fingers. They love the middle one the most.
Mr. Mayor, this is not, Mr. Mayor.
Independent run change how
Listen, I got to bounce.